What is going on, guys? Chief Citizen here on YouTube, and I finally was able to go into the Legend of Dead Kel DLC, excuse me, and so I'm really enjoying it. I actually just recently finished the main story of this DLC, but I am currently still working on some of the side content, like the side quests pertaining to that. So, anyways, too much further ado, the video that I'm talking about here today is the fact that I have two exotic gear sets for my pure mage. And so, I have found some pros and cons between these two to where it's giving some benefits and to how they both will give you a surmountable of damage while discussing about this. It's not going to be difficult. It's just going to be a little weird because I found it to be weird for my liking or for my taste, I guess, or to my perspective, because it was just weird. So, anyways, so basically what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to equip the Children of Arethel exotic gear set. Okay. All right. I have... here we go. There we go. So, while I like this gear set, the Children of Arethel gear set, the exotic, it's going to give you... it's going to give you bonuses, and it's going to give you bonuses to what you're doing for your playstyle. Now, while the Children of Arethel exotic gear set is going to give you 15% mana regen per second, it's also going to give you 10% mana, 10% plus 10% physical resistance, and plus 6% chance to critical hit with magic. That's for the hood. Now, this is the chest piece. Now, while the chest piece is also going to give you the 1% mana regen per second and the 30% mana regen per second, it's also going to give you plus 10% mana, plus 10%, 30, excuse me, I'm sorry about that, plus 10% physical resistance, and plus 6% chance to critical hit with magic. The boots are basically going to tell you the whole entire same thing. Okay, so I don't need to read it off. I only did it for those two pieces of this gear set. And then this is the boots. The boots are going to give you 15% health plus 10% mana regen per second. And then it's going to give you 10% mana, 10% physical resistance, and then plus 6% chance of critical hit with magic. Okay? Now here's the kicker. Now here's the real kicker. I'm going to go back and re-equip the Dark Empyrean. Okay. Here we go. Alright. So now, here's the Dark Empyrean gear set. To me, personally, I really like this Dark Empyrean exotic gear set a little bit better than the Children of Arethel. The only one thing I like about the Children of Arethel exotic gear set in Kingdoms of Amalur in the Legend of Dead Kel DLC, it's going to give you a much higher armor rating. That's the only difference. Because the reason why I say that is because both of these gear sets are only going to give you, excuse me, where is it? Here we go. The only difference is between these gear sets is that the Children of Arethel gear set is going to be a level 32 sorcery, but each piece of the gear is going to only give you a certain level of sorcery, either it's going to be higher or a lower rating of the sorcery skill. Okay. That's another thing I've noticed about this as well. But you get some really good gear sets in this game. Really good gear sets. I love this game. It's one of the amazing games I've ever played in a long time because I haven't finished the main quest, but anyways, I'm kind of straying off a little bit here. So, so going back to the pros and cons of these two gear sets. like I said, now when I equip, okay, let's see, not the shield. Okay, what was it? Trying to think here. Oh, yes, here we go. Okay, while the Children of Aerithel gear set's going to give you the 10% physical resistance, which is nice because it gives you, hence the reason why it has a higher armor rating for this whole entire gear set. But what's nice about the Dark Empyrean gear set, this is why. I will show you right now as we are on this screen. The Dark Empyrean, plus 10% elemental resistance, plus 15% mana regen per second. That's only one piece of the gear that you will be putting on if you don't have the rest of the gear set. But you can eventually go back and find the rest. But it'll also give you plus 25% mana, plus 15% health, and then plus 2 to sorcery abilities. It's going to give you the same exact thing on... It's not going to give you the same exact thing. It's going to tell you something totally entirely different on the robes, comparing it to the Children of Aerithel. What's nice about the Dark Empyrean, it's going to tell you plus 10% fire damage, plus 10% ice damage, plus 10% lightning damage, and then plus 30% mana regen per second. But if you have the whole entire set completed, you'll have 25% mana, 15% health, and plus 2 to sorcery abilities. So what I'm saying is that here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to equip the Children of Aerithel set real quick. Get the shield. Go to our abilities. Okay, so as you can see, when you have the Children of Aerithel gear set on, all your skills will not go high. Well, they will go higher because of the yellow arrow that's going to be on each of your abilities in the sorcery skill tree, or ability tree, ability tree. But here's what's going to happen. If I go back and re-equip the Dark Empyrean, look what happens. All your skills will raise up to 7. See the pros and cons between the Dark Empyrean and the Children of Aerithel gear set? So what I'm saying is that both gear sets have their own unique stats, have their own unique buffs while playing a pure mage. Okay? But what's nice about, now going back to the Dark Empyrean gear set that I have equipped, this is raising all my skills. Excuse me, sorry about that. That was a little disgusting. My apologies. They are raising every single spell or every single thing that I'm using for my play style, like my staff, my chakrams, to the utmost of highest damage possible. That's what this gear set is doing, because it's showing you of how much damage that you will be doing with each spell, or for each magic, I was going to say magic spell, but excuse me. But for each spell that you do, either if it's frost, lightning, I call it electric, but it's the same thing, your mark of flame, and your meteor. And then you have your elemental rage, which I use every so often. But I like using the meteor because it has a massive area of effect. It's one of the most overpowered things you could ever see in a video game. I mean, considering the fact that I have done a little bit of somewhat mage type of spells in Skyrim. You know, I am a Skyrim player as well. Comparing the magic to play. Now, here's the thing. Now, playing vanilla Skyrim, comparing to Kingdoms of Amalur's magic, Kingdoms of Amalur's magic is over the top if you play vanilla Skyrim and vanilla Kingdoms of Amalur. Now, if you use mods for magic in Skyrim, then I would probably have to say maybe the magic is going to be in Skyrim is going to be that much better in Skyrim because of the mods that you can use for magic users or anything is going to be over the top. But what I'm saying, another thing that I'm saying is that comparing these two games in terms of the magic using, I have never seen magic using like this, ever. It is a little similar to maybe Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion in a way because you have your fire, you have your shock, and then you have your frost. But, you know, obviously in Oblivion, you can make your spells. You can't make your spells in this game, in Kingdoms of Amalur. But all I'm saying is that I love this game like crazy, and this is the first time I've ever been totally invested in this game because I played the demo and I really liked it, but I didn't really think I was going to invest a lot of time into it. And I didn't when I played it on PS3, and I regretted it ever since. But once this game got a re-release 2 years ago, back in 2020, I'm just like, dude, I can't wait to get this game again. You know, I really want to play this game. I really want to invest my time into it. And I have, you know, I did some different types of builds. And so what I actually ended up doing, that'll probably be in another video. So I'm starting off again, so my apologies for that again. So like I'm saying, if you really want to know the best mage gear in this game, yes, you can make your gear, but it's not going to give you I found out, but it's not always going to give you the specific specialization in order to obtain the proper way of trying to do, you know, like fire damage or ice damage or lightning damage. You know, I'm not saying that it's not okay to make your gear. It's fine. It's just that, you know, it can also be very overpowered though too, to my understanding as well. But the reason why I chose to keep the Dark Empyrean gear on my character is because, like I said, yes, it's going to be that of it's going to be at, you know, like your sorcery at 28 for your cowl, and your sorcery at level sorcery 32, sorcery 28, and your sorcery 32 for your boots. But I'm going to tell you one thing about this game. This game does not restrict you. It does not. It should not. Don't let this game restrict you of what gear set you want to use. Like I said, you can go ahead and make your gear. That's fine. But I'm telling you one thing. Making your gear is a little tedious, but it can be also rewarding. But it all depends on the materials that you will be using to make your specific set gear for your playstyle. So please bear in mind that please do not take this seriously. I'm just doing this for fun. And so I just thought I'd put this video out there because I think this would really help you in terms of how you think might be, of what you think of these two specific exotic gear sets. What probably would be the best one for you to use. Like I said, the only thing that the children of Erythel, going back to this, I tend to repeat myself, so bear with me. The only thing that the children of Erythel gear set and the Legend of Dead Kell DLC offers is the higher armor rating. That's it. That is it. That's all it has over the Dark Empyrean. But, like I said, going back to choosing the Dark Empyrean over the Children of Arethel, to me, it's better. Because not only do I think it's not just better, it's the fact that it's going to make your pure mage that much more powerful. Because each piece of the set will climb your ability, your sorcery abilities, even higher than going with the Children of Arethel. Yes, the Children of Arethel gear set's going to give you only the 6% chance of critical hit with magic. But here's, like I said, going back to the Dark Empyrean. What's nice about the Dark Empyrean, especially on the gloves, which I have highlighted here, it's going to tell you 10% critical hit with damage. Okay? Put that in mind. And yes, the boots are going to only give you 5% critical hit damage with magic. But what I'm saying is, but you are also getting, like I said, you're getting the specialization, you're getting the stats, or your abilities much higher with the Dark Empyrean over the Children of Arethel. So, like I said, yes, the 6% chance of critical hit on the specific gear of the Children of Arethel gear set, but overall, I would choose going with the Dark Empyrean. It looks badass. Like I said, I'm not condoning that the Children of Arethel gear set looks really cool. I like it, but one cannot say, or as it goes without saying, that the Dark Empyrean gear set, to me, in my opinion, like I said, it looks fucking amazing. It looks awesome. It's I can't recall of any other type of game that you can acquire different types of gear sets. This game feels like not just an action adventure RPG. It feels like a Diablo type of thing, in a way, I guess. In terms of the looting system. But to me personally, I really think that Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, it's still a great game. This game definitely really holds up. It really holds up to its potential. To what it does in terms of the gameplay. I just really like the way how this game works in terms of its infamy. It does have a little of that infamy type of status to where you can go all around just killing everybody, or you can just basically just like be the good guy. I mean, you can be a bad guy or a good guy in this game. This game does have a cause and effect type of system. What's that system called? Trying to think of what it was again. Kind of like what Metro Exodus does, or the Metro series has always have had. It's the choice and consequence. That's it. So each choice that you will make will eventually have a consequence. I haven't really noticed anything because I do a lot of good things in this game. I haven't done anything to where it screws up my play style or my gear style or whatnot. Not gear style, but but I guess you know what I'm trying to get at. So, but anyways, I just thought I wanted to share this. I really thought that it would be beneficial, maybe. I don't know. But like I said, please, by all means, please ask me questions or leave some really good comments. All the more appreciated. But this is Chief Citizen on YouTube. I will talk to you guys later and have a good rest of your weekend.